What's going on, everybody? I made this video. This will be my first video regarding the Beamer. I made this video because I was running into some problems with mine, and like many of you, I didn't have the money to just be throwing away just to say that this wasn't a problem. So I searched on the forums. I read quite a few things, and first of all, I want to give credit to the individual who posted about the power module for starters. Now, there's many people that, so I don't want to take credit for this, but what I do want to do is clarify that this truly works. And what the power module is, it's a little box that goes under the hood. I'm sorry I don't have it to show you a picture of it, simply because I'm making this video on the whim. I'm at work, and it's been bothering me that I've been going on the forums and I've been finding out some valuable information, but I haven't given back. So this will be the first time that I've given back, and this will save many a lot of money. There are those that are having a problem. Well, I was having problems with my car. It was rolling fine for maybe the first 4 months. Then all of a sudden I was just driving and it cut off. The first 3 or 4 times it cut off, it started right back up. So I considered it a problem, but not a major problem. Told myself it was maybe because it wasn't warmed up. It was cool outside and it cooled down too quick and had to warm up again. Well, maybe after the last time it did it, a week later, during rush hour traffic in the middle of downtown, I got off the freeway. My car cut off, and I was stuck in the middle of traffic, in the middle of rush hour traffic for 30 minutes. My car would not start. It was dead as a doorknob. And after 30 minutes, it started right back up as if nothing ever happened. Now, I knew it would start back up. I just didn't know when, because there were other times when I would go to get in the car and the car wouldn't do anything. I can go in the store and come right back and it wouldn't start. And what it acts like, those that know a little bit about cars, it acts as if it's the starter. But I knew it wasn't the starter because the starter would normally give you a click sound, and then I was having other problems. So what I did, I started doing a lot of thinking. It struck me as if I was losing power, so I thought it was maybe a power cable that was my hot cable, my power cable going to the starter from the battery, and I thought maybe it had a loose connection or something like that, because all of a sudden I'd be sitting there and bam, it just starts right back up. But then I started thinking I was having other problems, such as me opening up my door at night and the instrument lights coming on, the interior lights coming on, but they would stay on maybe 5 to 10 seconds and then they would cut right off. It was acting as if the car had an electrical problem. But for some reason I can't tell you right now, I wasn't set on that. I figured it had to be something simple. I just didn't know what. So I also had other problems with my alarm. My alarm started tripping. When I go to start the car, it wouldn't start, but then I noticed that the alarm wouldn't set sometime. Then I started putting things together. I say, wait a minute. The alarm is tripping. It won't start sometime. The interior lights going off right away. It's either an electrical problem or I'm losing power. So in doing my research, more and more research on the forums, I finally came across someone that said that it was the power module for them. For me, I say that have to be it. It have to be losing power. So what I did, it only cost me $160, I believe, from the dealership. It's a box that literally you can go under the hood of your car and you can install in less than 1 hour. I kid you not. Less than 1 hour, less than $200. I got the module. I figured that was much better than taking a gamble on spending all this money to go to the dealership for them to tell me it was this problem, that problem, and it was something else. Oh, very, 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 very important. Other problems I was faced with was sometime because I have the comfort access package, which means the keyless entry. So you're able to walk up to your car as long as the remote is on you, and just touch the handle and pull it, and the door open, as well as just press the button on the car without sticking the key in. That was working half of the time. It might work right now, go in the store, come back out, it might not work. Same thing with starting up the car. I didn't understand it. So I went ahead and I got this power module, and let me tell you, I got the power module thinking that the power module would, well, I take it back because I'm forgetting something else. So I got the power module. I installed the power module just like the other guy said. It took less than 1 hour. And it only took that long. It took probably about 45 minutes because it was a screw I was trying to get to that was a little difficult because I was trying to get around it without removing something else. But anyway, I'm going to have to make a part 2 when I'm not at work to show you what it looks like and how to do it. I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to do this while it was on my mind because I've been procrastinating, and I know this will help so many people and help you save so much money. Once I installed the power module, it's been about 3 months later, and my car has never cut off again. Never cut off again. As well as, let me see. No, that's it. But after installing the power module, I'm trying to remember what happened. I ran into another problem. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. The other problem was, even though my car never cut off again, there were times when I would go to get in my car, I would go to start my car after sitting in my car with the radio on, let's say for about 10 minutes. So there were times when I cleaned out my car and I went to start my car up and my car would not start up. My battery was dead as a doorknob. And I'm like, wow. So I finally broke down and I got a battery. Now, I had to have a jump. I had to have a jump by AAA 4 times before I did this. The third time, each time I had them check my battery, they told me it was not the battery. One time I had the car towed to the shop for a battery. I was convinced it was the battery. They told me it wasn't. They told me I had an electrical problem. They did not put a battery in. Well, after the third time, I was at work and saw another AAA driver, and I asked him a question. I said, "Can I ask you a question? Do you jump a lot of these?" He said, "Yeah." I asked him, "What is the common problem you have with these?" He asked me what was my problem. I told him it was that my car wouldn't start sometime, He says, "Your battery." I say, "No, I've had my battery checked. I've had my battery checked 3 times by you all." He said, "Well, I can check it again. You want me to check it?" I said, "No, I said, "Okay, go ahead, check it." He checked it. And to my surprise, he said, "It's your battery." I say, "How is that?" Each one of them told me my battery is good. He said, what did he say? "Your battery shows good, but look at your cold cranking amps, your CCA." He said, "Yours supposed to be up here, and look how low it is." It was very low. So, with that being said, if you have your battery checked, that you have to look at the cold cranking amps, because the cold cranking amps is what gives it that power to start up initially. So, I went and got a battery. I had to pay about $450 for a battery, but it was the best thing I could have done. Got that battery installed. They reprogrammed it. Once they did that, I never had that problem again. But to my surprise, I had no clue that I never had another problem with my keyless entry anymore. My door opened up every single time I grabbed the handle, and I've never had to put the key into the ignition again. I was like, wow. So I thought about it. Bingo, bango. What it is, this car has so many electrical parts. It's like a big giant computer on wheels until it has enough power. When your battery is going bad, it has enough power to maybe start the car, but it does not have enough power to operate everything. So when my car was off, it didn't have enough juice to operate all of these other things. Because you have to understand, when you cut off the car, it still is in a like maybe a sleep mode, where you have maybe about 15 minutes where you still can operate your radio, your power seats, your air conditioning, and things like that. And when I opened up the door, I guess it was draining more juice with the lights on inside of the car, and they will cut off after about 5 to 10 seconds. But since I've reinstalled, since I put a new battery in the car, I have not had any of those problems. So for, let's say, about $650, I've solved problems. There are many people online saying that they went to the dealership. Dealership told them they had to replace the handle on the door, and told them that they had to replace this and they had to replace that. And there's individuals literally, they have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just to still have the same problems. Well, I'm telling you, if you bought you a used one, or if you've had yours for a while, those are two things you will want to most definitely change. Your battery. Make sure you put the right battery in it, and make sure that it's reprogrammed once they put the battery in. Because if it's not reprogrammed, you can read on the forums, it tells you about how the car believes that it still has the same old battery in it, and it can drain that battery quickly as well. As I stated, changing that box for $160 is called a power module. Power module box, power module relay, but you'll be able to find it at the dealership, as well as a new battery. Put those two in. It's been months. I have not had a single problem again. For those that have any other questions regarding your car, mine, by the way, is a 2007 750 Li. So that's still the E66, E65 body chassis. So that's from like 2002, 2007, or 2008, I believe. So they're pretty similar. But if you have any questions, man, feel free to hit me up via my email at at AOL.com. That's AMOOREMOOREA at AOL.com. AMOOREA. AMOOREMOOREA at AOL.com. And any information I can give you to help you save some money, I'll be more than happy to help you. Sorry it took so long for me to even post this video, but I'm telling you, this truly indeed works. Thank you very much.